G'day and welcome to this week's video. My name is Robert Gowdy, and this week we're going to have a bit of a chat around the recent volatility we're seeing, the effects that the media has on investors, and just a general overview of a bit of what's happening around the markets and what people's perceptions are. I think this is a really important point, given that what I'm seeing on a daily basis is people that are worried, are extremely nervous and quite emotional about the share market. And what's got me thinking about this a little bit more in depth is around people are coming in for reviews, and so they're concerned and they're expecting that their share portfolios are going to look terrible. Now, in reality, they're coming in and seeing some pretty good results, really. We've had some good luck with some of the assets that we've purchased, the businesses we've purchased over time, and some of the results for this reporting season for the annual reports has been really pleasing for the most part. But what's happening is the media is playing up the volatility, and it's making people really nervous and quite concerned about the markets. So not quite as bad as what they first thought. I've had a chat to a local estate agent, and he's been selling, for the most part, in small country towns in Western Victoria, a lot of very low-cost rental investment properties that people have been buying up. And I inquired further to say, well, where are these people from? And he said, look, mostly from metropolitan Melbourne and Geelong areas, that they're coming up and buying these really cheap properties. And I asked, what their motivations were, and he knows that I'm not a property investor at all. And he's essentially said that all the negative noise about the share market is driving people to make some of these decisions. So really, I don't blame people for being nervous, particularly with Trump and his tweeting rampages that just one tweet can drop the market by 3%, which is exactly what happened last Friday night Aussie time in the US markets. And then the media comes out, and one of the most recent headlines that really scared a lot of people was, $90 billion wiped from the Australian share market in just 2 days. Now, what the media don't tell you is that over the preceding 12 months, the markets may have gone up by a very healthy 10, 12, 13%, and then we've just come off a little bit from the top. So all they tend to do is, peddle the bad news, because we know bad news sells, and then people's perception that the market just is absolutely horrendous is their perception, but in reality, and in recent times, the reality is utterly wrong. They come in and they're pleasantly surprised. The world, the sky hasn't fallen, and the businesses they own are still doing doing good things, selling their products and services. So please be aware that the media plays up the bad news, and that's that's the market. They often say there's an old cliche where the market goes up with the escalator gradually and down with the elevator. So what do you do about it? I suggest that you ignore the white noise. The media is not helpful. It's only going to play up the bad news and really create very negative emotions about an asset class, about investing into businesses where, for the most part, that's where investors need to be over their lifetime to get the best returns. So what should you do? Ignore the media. It's just white noise. It's not helpful. At some point in the future, it might be helpful as the media scares more people in a crash or correction, and that will push the market down even further, which means that myself and my clients will be buying cheaper shares at the best possible time to purchase. So thank you for listening. I hope that's a bit of a help in these volatile times. The media will pump this negative stuff up substantially. They love Trump. He is a walking, tweeting headline. But ignore the noise and keep investing. Keep finding high-quality investments that have awesome products and services to sell. Thank you. We'll catch you next week.